Greetings, this is Dr. IJ with a quick show message. This is the last episode of what we are titling as the first season of Two Dudes and a Chick podcast. So on behalf of Tiff, Priest D, and myself, we would like to thank all of you who have supported the inaugural season of our show. This has truly been a passion project for the three of us, but it would be nothing if it were not for the passion that you all bring to your listening, support, and encouragement week after week. Though we are at the conclusion of the first season, fear not, for season 2 is right around the corner. We're going to take the next few weeks to enjoy the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King's a little farther away, but we're going to enjoy these holidays and spend as much time as we can with our friends, families, the little ones while they're out of school. And then we'll be right back to work driving caddies and, well, y'all get the gist. So look out for our first episode of season 2 on January 14th. Again, first episode of season 2 dropping on January 14th. Until then, from the Two Dudes and the Chick podcast, have a very Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Be safe out here in these streets. One love.
Drop the beat. Okay. Clap. Walk in the bathroom, wake up in the morning, brush my teeth. You know what I want to see? Yeah. I see a king, y'all. I see a king. Boy, you's a king. You ain't no sucker. You from Blair. Y'all that I mean? Walk this world proud. Slap them boys, cow. Nigga, you's a beast. Rise to your feet. Show that man. You get the money with the smile and a plan. It might be unorthodox to them, but they didn't see it coming from you like a shark when they swam and you too low. But you come up high and you rise.
This is like, stop. Okay, just stop. I have to stop you. I can't. This is just, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Hey.
I hope the music stops. I
don't like it. You know what, though? You know what? I'm going to compliment you on the fact that you got a different beat today. And you adjusted to the beat,
man.
Hey. So usually you'd have got a different beat. You wouldn't know what to do with it. But now,
you know what it is. That's what I was gonna tell you. I'm like, blood. You not elevating my game. Like, we've been doing this. This the 20. We up in our 20s, dog.
We in our 20s.
I said 20, dub. Look, we in our 20s, dog. And by now, you should be accustomed to my flow.
I know exactly what you're.
And then from there, you let me grow within that beat.
I know exactly.
After you see growth within a certain type of beat. Listen, man, I'm trying to tell you how you help your boy out. Like, you may not know this. After you find a beat that you like, this is what his style is, he accustomed to. And then from there, once you know I mastered that, then we go on to something beat. Like, let me just see how you freak this one.
Nah,
that's how you help me.
Nah, because then
how you picking these beats? Like,
then it becomes redundant.
No.
Throwing you a new beat, it keeps you on your toes, and I feel throwing you a new beat will help you get better.
But that was my groove, though.
Bro, that groove sucked. Don't do that one anymore.
But I give you the type of beats. I've been giving you the type of beats that you like more and more recently. So I'd be doing like 2-3 weeks in a row, and then I'd be like, man, I'm tired of hearing the same old like gangster beats.
Oh, so you already doing what I'm asking you to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll throw you something different. But
I didn't know I was mastering stuff.
I mean, whether it's a good or a bad thing.
Who said you're mastering?
No, it's going to bad. This is exactly what I was saying.
Part of the podcast.
I've been doing it in a shorter time.
Part of the podcast is you bombing on these opening raps. I don't think the people really want to see you get good.
No,
I think
it's people, like karaoke.
Right. They want to continue to see you like fall flat on your face.
But that's when I first got up on it. That's why I say you see a king.
I feel like you're at the same like From when you first started rapping to now, like I don't really see that much of a difference.
I think I'm getting better.
Oh, okay.
It depends on the style. Like if you throw me something whack, I can't do nothing.
Certain beats you definitely do better on.
And he know them, but he don't want to see me grow.
But it's
in that style because it's redundant to him.
Oh my God, this conversation is redundant. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tiff.
You did use unorthodox today, so
grow.
Yeah.
Welcome to two dudes and a chick.
Appreciate that, though.
Yeah, this is Dr. IJ.
It's your boy, young priest daddy, riding in the caddy, long leg daddy. And we chilling.
I never know if you're gonna keep going.
Never know either.
If you're gonna stop.
Never know either.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
So it's good, man. We didn't. We've been blessed with a lot of good feedback from our conversation last week, huh?
Dame, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like we can do another one.
Part 2.
I thought about like heck of other stuff I wanted to ask him after the podcast. Because have you seen the latest? Okay, so also too, instead of the TV Roundup, I'm just gonna like call it the Roundup because it's kind of like able to cover more things.
All right, Tiff's Roundup. Okay, Tiff's Roundup, I like
you know
it.
What I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
it keeps it open. So I gotta get his name, so I'll make sure I'm not.
I like it when you prepared.
Are you insinuating that I'm unprepared right now?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, I like it when you come with, like, the Roundup.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is he remembered them early days.
He's mad when I don't have a Roundup. He's
right.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
It brings problems in our household. I need
to
get your life together.
Right
this is our job.
I'm
like,
sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Take it serious. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come with a Roundup.
Come with something, huh?
Yeah, do your research.
I sometimes wish I had an accent.
You have a California accent.
No, but like an East Coast accent or something.
Oh man, what this one dude I work with, I tutor his son, and he got an East Coast accent. It's always crazy to me, like how his son just is a regular California
dude.
Yeah, and then he coming with this thick New York like accent. It's just crazy to hear him talk.
All right, so Pastor John Gray. Have you guys heard of him? He's a pastor.
Was that homeboy that got his wife?
He's
that
big, yeah. So him and his wife,
Ferrari?
they just had a vow renewal. I think it was like their 10, 15. I don't know how many years it was. 8 years.
He like the up and coming TD.
Yeah, but he has a TV show and he does other things. You know, he's a celebrity pastor.
Yeah.
So he gifted her a Lamborghini SUV, $200,000 car, right? And so, of course, every time pastors do something of this gesture, it's always frowned upon. And it's like, is that cool? Can't he, like...
Man, I think that's...
Because some arguments be like, you're not supposed to do this if your community ain't cool, if your church... if you got, like, if your church family ain't... You know what I'm saying? But, like, how... I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you can afford it...
We was getting ready to talk about that a little last week, huh?
We touched on it afterwards, the podcast.
Afterwards. Go ahead, man.
Me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I look at pastors like, if you do things right under God, this is what you can have.
It's a job.
That's what they tell you. Like, you can have this and you can get this.
Yeah.
It don't have to be this way, but follow him and...
Well, and being a pastor of a church or whatever,
but I'm saying,
it's a job.
But I would want my pastor to have...
Right. Like, at the end of the day, it's a
like
job. And most of the times, these mega churches and these big celebrity pastors, they do a lot of stuff outside of the church, like books and appearances, and they have TV shows, and they have, like, a lot of other resources coming in.
But people don't take that in consideration, the grind he put in and everything else. They just put in, like, they just see you're a pastor... and you got a Bentley, and I'm riding around in a Honda, and I'm paying tithes to you. That's the people.
Yeah, I think you know what.
That's what it is.
But ain't so much paying. You're not paying tithes to me.
No,
like,
but
it costs to run a church. It costs to have a whole full staff.
But you know,
that's how people think, though.
What's interesting? See, like churches are nonprofits. Mm-hmm. So
you know, preachers don't pay taxes.
Yeah, I do.
Man,
I do.
Do nonprofit people not pay taxes?
It's just preachers falling kind of into a special category.
But what's interesting about that is because it's a nonprofit, you got to have a board of directors. Mm-hmm. So a pastor can't walk in there. Theoretically, a pastor can't walk in there and say,
like, I need to buy my wife $200,000.
Right.
Right.
It's the congregation that decide, okay, we want to pay our pastor
it's just like the
X amount of
presidency.
dollars. You know what I mean? So one, you can't hate on him in terms of if his congregation said you worth $300,000 a year, $400,000, $1 million a year. I can't hate on that. You know what I'm saying? If they feel like they can pay him that, and then on the same hand, you got them side hustles that you got. But I was actually having this conversation with one of my colleagues about me as an educator, in terms of like, I always had this mentality like I want to ball, even though I'm a teacher, and folks be like, well, you a teacher, you can't ball. But I remember when I got the car, a young man got in my car and seen the car, checked it out, you know what I'm saying, was asked me a bunch of questions about the car. The new one.
Okay. I didn't even know you got a car.
Oh, yeah. You ain't seen the car?
Now I've seen it, but I didn't know that you got a new car, because the last time you were just like thinking about it and be like.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, he asked me like how much money I put down, all that, like just asked me a bunch of questions about the car. And it dawned on me that if I'm trying to save this young man's life, and I'm trying to show him that there are more than one way of balling, you know what I mean? Then it was essential for me to get a new car, because he need to see a new car to say, oh, I could be a teacher like Ijoma. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's the same thing in terms of like being a preacher. Like, people need to see that you can serve God and still ball out of control.
I feel like people who disagree with it are like kind of ignorant in the sense of how things work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sick.
huh?
My mic be tripping.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't know how things work. Like when you said, he just can't go in there and be like, let me.
Right.
You know,
now,
because I seen from watching Greenleaf that they keep their books tight. Like everything has to be accounted for.
They have to, because all that got to go to the government.
Right.
You know
like
what I mean?
And
you can lose your nonprofit status.
Everything got to be accounted for. And if the numbers ain't right, you getting in trouble.
Now, I mean,
yeah,
I
that's
seen
what happened on Greenleaf.
I mean, if you crooked, you can always figure a way.
It's a way
to get over.
It's a way to cook the books.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Anybody can cook the books, but at the same time, you just got faith that your pastor
ain't doing that.
I
do feel like at a certain point,
you cook it every once in a while.
No, this is just my opinion. But at a certain point, if I'm a pastor of the church,
no, pastors don't pay taxes.
I know.
You just
said that.
Oh, okay.
He must really know.
I just feel like I can't look at your staff, and half the staff is people living in your house. You got your wife on staff, you got your kid on staff, because at that point I feel like,
you know, it's so funny that you just said that, because we were just at the Jelly Belly factory today, and I thought that it was so dope how that they kept it in the family. Like the family is still running the business.
Like, but that's a
family business.
That's a business.
A church is a business.
A church is a business.
A church is a business, but it's a non-profit.
But it's
still
a business.
But it's a non-profit. It's like, to me,
what's the difference between a business and a non-profit? It still got to be ran a certain way,
because
right?
a non-profit is about serving others. It's not about capitalizing on that.
But you're doing it in an orderly fashion.
Right, but when you got half of your family on staff, you profiting on the church.
Why? You could be paying your family.
Of course you're paying your family, but I'm saying, like,
you're saying somebody else should be qualified to be in a position besides your whole family.
I'm saying,
if
like,
your family's qualified.
I'm saying if you are serving the community and you serving others, right? And I'm looking at you and I'm like, Pastor got a nice house, Pastor got a nice car, Pastor got a nice this, and then I realize, because all the money coming in the church is going to Pastor and his entire family. Then at that point, I think the criticism is legit.
You think they just putting all their money in one pot?
If y'all all living in the same house, yeah.
No, because we got some folks living with us, and all of our money ain't going in one pot.
Yeah.
So I don't think so.
I wasn't even expecting that. I got blindsided.
Leaving in here,
I got blindsided by that.
Got different pots.
Them different pots that them going into. Okay. All right.
Different pots.
I could be rogue at times.
Yeah. So I don't know, but like I said, the Jelly Belly thing, I just thought that was just dope. Like it's still in the family.
I do feel some type, like my uncle got a business, and nobody really went into the business with him.
Why? They didn't think it was going to be good?
That, and I just think it wasn't glamorous to nobody. And my uncle didn't have
Don't nobody really want nothing
no
unless
sons.
it's shiny.
Nobody want to put that grind in.
Nobody want it when it's shiny.
Nobody wanted to put the grind in.
Yeah.
Like, I really think about it to this day. Like, when I was 18, 19, and just kind of floundering around, like, I should have went to him and would been like,
Let's go.
yeah.
Let me get in.
How can I?
Is
Right.
he successful now?
Bruh.
Mega.
Uber
It's too late to
successful.
get in.
Mega.
Yeah.
Mega.
But you know what I'm saying?
Is it too late? Like, put yourself in his position and him you.
Would you let somebody in?
It is, because he's made some business moves that essentially kind of like incorporated the company. You know what I'm saying? Like of course I could. I mean, I don't think it's.
Push your mic back a little bit.
I don't think it's.
A little more. Yeah. No, go ahead.
Is it?
Yeah, it's cool. Go ahead.
He's our mic pushful tonight.
Yeah,
Nah.
I know. Is he okay?
Nah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, now I can't hear myself.
You good, dog.
You sure?
Yeah.
Maybe I just got your
Yeah, you might have
earphone.
hella loud.
Yeah, it's all good. But anyway, I feel like it ain't too late to go in. But had I went in at 20, 19,
right.
20, I'd be in a different place. Like, I'd be damn near running the company right now, or in a place, you know what I mean? And so,
Do you feel like now if you went to him, it'd feel like out of desperation instead of...
Not so much desperation, but now that you winning, let me get in with you.
I just feel like where I would need to start, it's too many people in front of me now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You have to start from the bottom and work your way up.
Right.
And ain't nobody got time for
Right.
that.
But at 19,
You had time.
I'd have been happy to start at the bottom. Like
In hindsight.
what you need me to do? You need me to make copies? Like, I
Right.
could make copies, and if I would have just did that, but then we could have kept the business and
In
the
the
family
family.
in a different way. You know what I mean? But I mean, for whatever reason, black people don't always do that.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
And that kind of, like, what you talking about kind of remind me of, like, the Big Brother system. Like, you ever been in that system?
Yeah.
Like, you been a Big Brother, like, through the system or just, like, through word of mouth of you being who you are?
Word of mouth.
Oh, okay. But how do you feel about being big brothers to them people, like putting your time and effort in versus the like people that you have in your immediate family that you know you could change?
You're saying how are you mentoring somebody outside the family when you got people in the family?
How does that make you feel? Like, you got people that you like, just word of mouth, like,
Right.
how did that make you feel?
You know, bro, I used to lose sleep over that, and then I learned a long time ago, like, sometimes people just need people that they not
Connected with.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like when people go see like a psychiatrist or something, they want like a neutral person, somebody that don't know nothing about me, but can be like, and sometimes you're not meant to be the one to mentor your kin.
What if, okay, but you got somebody in your family that you just haven't reached out to that you know you can change? Everybody got that person.
No, it ain't. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head right now that it's like this person I could probably reach out to. But I would also say, like, the way my family look at me is different from how, like,
the world see you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Like the respect of the stuff that you've been through educational wise, that you're still baby brother or big brother Ijoma.
Exactly. Like, I think my family still look at me like,
They'll look at your papers.
Yeah, that's Ijoma. You know what I'm saying? But when I walk out of my house, it's like,
That's Dr.
Ananuju coming through, you know what I'm saying? And it is, you know what I'm saying? My family be like, who, this nigga? Little Ray Ray?
It's like having a celebrity in your family. Like, wait, what? Okay.
Right. Yeah, I get it. It's like I get it, but dude, they tripping off you.
Exactly. You know, it was, because I even I think it was last year, I had to go to my sister and be like, you know, her kid was having trouble in school. And I was like, nigga, you know that's what I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could go to the school tomorrow and get everything fixed. And she was just like, it never even dawned on me that I had you.
Had the resources
as
right
a
here.
resource like that. You feel me? I had to, man, how many times I had to beg you to help you?
For what? Oh,
with your nephew.
Hey, I wanna thank you for that, dog. Like, real talk, cause you speak that, like, you know, you go back a couple of podcasts, you talking about like uplifting black men and the books we've been reading,
right?
And you actually like you talk the talk and walk the walk, and I appreciate that. You helping my nephew like that, cause you put in a lot of time, dog.
Yeah, he be ready too.
Like,
He on time every day.
Yeah,
bruh.
Hey, it remind me of a like the Karate Kid. Like, he going over there. It remind me of that. Cause
what was
like,
his name?
Mr. Miyagi and
Mr.
Danielson.
Miyagi.
Like, it's like that type
Danielson.
of relationship. Like
We'll start calling him Danielson.
Within like 2 weeks, like, I see like a brightness in him that I didn't see before. And then when I talked to you was like, man, sometimes it's just not about.
I don't even think it's been 2 weeks, and this is
It's
already
been like a week and a half.
Yeah,
already,
but you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to him, and it's like he like sometimes it's not about teaching him the lessons, it's teaching him life and just different perspectives. That,
and then the lesson will come.
Man, I was like, and I'm seeing a change of him. I'm like, man, you got a gift, dude.
Well, this is a prime example of what we were just talking about.
What?
About how you feel about helping people outside the family when you, like, this is something that you couldn't do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said I just want to let you know I appreciate you for taking the time to do that.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. It was one day I was taking a nice nap.
Yeah.
He came too early.
And he came, knocked on the door.
I remember it was 12. I was like, what happened? He's like, it's supposed to be at 1. I was like, oh, that is right. You are.
Hey.
He excited.
Man, I was hella mad. I was like, what?
Now we said 1 now. Come at 1.
I was like, bro, look, I didn't even answer the door. I answered the doorbell. Yeah. I was just like, bro, I'm in the bed. Like head on back around a little later. I was like, I can't deal with you right now.
That scared the hell out of you. You just ding dong. You just wait for him. You hear, bro, bro, I'm in the bed.
That's on my Christmas list too.
A ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, it saves time.
Hey, but yeah, like I said, I ain't trying to beat this to a horse, but I raised this boy from kindergarten. He graduated high school, and I ain't never seen him this excited about education in my life.
Or just excited about life.
Yeah, just excited. I'm
just
like,
excited.
And then it remind me of like what you like we talked about a little bit, like him opening up to you about not having a dad and all that.
Right.
When you could connect with him, I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
I mean, you know, I learned a couple things a long time ago. But one of the main things I learned is that nobody wakes up in the morning planning to do a bad job. Like, if you got somebody on your job right now that suck at their job, they not waking up every morning like, I'm gonna go suck at work today. You know what I mean? Like, they wake up genuinely saying like, I'm gonna go put forth effort. It may not be like I'm gonna put forth my best effort, but it's like I'm gonna go put forth effort today. Yeah. And then they get to work and they just
like not gonna happen.
It's just not good. You know what I mean? And so, and then the feedback that you get from other people at work, that will make you either want to give more effort or less effort. So you wake up, you having a bad day, your boss come along and start ragging on you, and then all of a sudden you be like, I was going to give you my full effort today, but now that you own me, like, you get nothing. You know what I mean? I think it's the same for kids. No kid gets up and go to school and say, I want to fail. Mm-hmm. But they will check out and start failing if they feel like there's no point in putting in the effort because I'm not getting any rewards for the work that I'm putting in. Mm-hmm. And so that's the only thing I try to do with him and anybody else is just like, whatever effort you put in, I'm making sure that you understand that there's a reward on top of that. So whether it's a big reward or a small reward, we gonna celebrate everything. Like, if you get the answer wrong, but you read through the question, I'm gonna say to you, you got the answer wrong, but you read through the question. Like, good job on that. Because there's some people that can't read the question, right? You celebrate everything just so a person understands your effort is appreciated. Next thing you know, because like I said, he didn't come to my house thinking I'm gonna do a terrible job today. He came to my house like, I'm gonna give the best effort I can give. And then it was my job to make sure that he continued to put that effort forward. So that's really all it is. And then I think just seeing his cousin, being able to talk to her before she left, and seeing what she about to do,
and
that was just additional motivation.
Like a light.
So the planets align perfectly for him to be able to be receptive to this.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like to want to go to the Air Force, and then your cousin like, hey, I'm excited. I'm going to Germany.
Exactly.
And at your house, throw a party.
Exactly.
Come on, goodbye.
Whole family praying for it. Like that was a dope experience.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Exactly. But I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised because I really thought after the first day. And I was like, you got to do this every day with me. I thought he was going to be like, nah, it ain't worth it.
Actually, you know what?
Nah, bro.
Never mind.
Nah, we ain't going to do that.
I thought he was going to just, or at least I thought y'all was going to have to be like,
dude,
like damn near walk him over every day.
Nah, not one time. I just said, look, jump. Doc said he want to help you, right? He was like, yeah. I said, hey, let's go all out. Just give it your best. I said, you 19. Here's his info. You set that up. And then he had set it, and I'm just on the side like, hey, yo, Doc, he hit you up. he like, yeah, he already did it. I'm like, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, now I'm getting inside like, okay, he putting forth the effort. Like, I'm telling him what he need to do to be successful, who can help him out in ways I can't.
Giving him the tools.
Yeah, I'm giving him the tools. He can help you out in ways I can't. Like, he can bring something out of you. Goes to the doc, and then he like, all right, cool, and follow up with that, like you said, them little steps, and then he come back. I'm like, you called the doc? He like, yeah, smiling. I'm like, yo, like, hey, we for real? We finna get this money.
Exactly.
And then he get excited about that, and then like you say, he's just getting that positive feedback, man. And then I was telling Tiff, also, the expectations of us being uncle parents change. Now it's like. We ain't fussing him about school, teachers, and checking out, and why he ain't interested in school. Now it's about life. Yeah. Now it's like, look, what's your plan, and what do you plan on doing? And he's like, I want to go to the Air Force. Okay. This is the steps it's going to take to get you to the Air Force. And he for real with it. So I'm like, that's dope.
I'll also say this, man, and this is just young people in general, but I think it's really interesting working with y'all nephew, which is not all kids show excitement when they excited. You know what I mean?
None of our kids do.
Like sometimes, and for me, that's difficult when I work with kids because I'll walk into a space and I'm expecting everybody to be like hyped and be like, oh, we hella happy to be here. And I'll walk out of a space and
they be
like,
excited on the inside.
Exactly. And you know they're excited because they show up every time you have a meeting or something.
They there.
And after a while you be like, oh, like this kid really enjoy being here because he here every time, but you would just never know it. You know what I mean? Because the look on their face be like, you'd be like, how was it today? It was cool. It was cool.
They just like little kids, man. You could be with somebody all day. They be hella quiet and just hella to themselves. And then like, dang, well, I think they had a good time. And then when they get home, oh my gosh, I did this, I did that, I had so much fun, it was this, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's just, I stopped looking for like reactions from my kids.
Because you're not going.
Don't get it. I'd be like, we surprised them with the house. Like, you know how everything we went through with the house and how we lost it and how the loan fell through and then it came back, we was living in an apartment. I picked them up from school, blindfolded them. They had no idea that we were getting a house. Last they heard, we lost the house. Blindfolded them, drove them up to the house, took it off, said, surprise, we're home. They was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm like, wait a minute.
Let's try to get them to move back in the apartment.
Right, like, sad. Come on, man. Like, let's jump. Can we jump? Can we get excited? Like, we got the house. Like, none of that.
Yeah, no, my kid is the same. And it wasn't until Christmas. The first, cause we had a Christmas party at our house. The first, we moved in December. We had a couple weeks later, we had a Christmas party. And it wasn't until Christmas that I realized how excited she was about the house. Because when her cousins came over and they was running around and doing like kids do.
Yeah.
She complained the whole time. Just like, Daddy, make them stop. Daddy, they slammed the door. Daddy, they touching this. Daddy, they touching. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, you really?
Oh, so you like this. So this your spot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody go like, but before she was just like, like nonchalant. And I'm like, nigga. But when her cousin started touching stuff and messing stuff up,
it's mine's.
Bruh, it came out quick. And so, I mean, I think that's one of the most fascinating things about kids is just they show their excitement. It's almost like they always perpetually in the state where they waiting for the other shoe to drop.
That's all of them except for Belle. She shows excitement every time I walk through the door.
Yeah.
That's what Jalen just said today. She was like, she sounds the same and is excited every single time she sees you. I could leave for 10 minutes and come back and she'll be like, Mommy! Like running to me like with the same intensity like every day when I walk through the door.
With me when I come through.
Not as hype, but yeah, you get a little bit too.
Can I say the same reaction? Same reaction.
I love the way she just was like, nah, let's pump the brakes.
And mine's a little like, dang.
That is definitely daddy's world, but she is a mommy's girl for sure. So you guys finished Christmas shopping? Well, I know what we did. You done Christmas shopping, Ijoma?
So I don't Christmas shop.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's women's work.
So you don't buy gifts for?
I provide the cash.
Oh.
Easy. I just here talk to cash.
So no Christmas shopping.
I provide the cash.
So you don't get your mama a gift?
Nah. I give the gift that she get is she get to hold her Christmas party at my house.
Oh, that's like when you say hold her Christmas party, it's like your family or is it just like her people?
It's my family, but we could hold it at her house.
Oh, okay.
you got a big house.
Right. So since we hold it at my house, you know what I mean?
On Christmas?
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, the reason why I don't get her a gift is because my mom is not a gift person. Like, she's not the type of person that responds to receiving gifts.
So funny you just said that.
Nah, I learned that. Yeah. I learned that as a kid. Like, I remember when I had a paper route as a kid and I spent like a couple $100 on some jewelry for her. I ain't never seen her wear it to this day. Like, she appreciated it.
Maybe she didn't like it.
She might not have liked it, but I just
break my neck with your little $2. All right,
she may not have liked it. But
I like diamonds and not pearls. Like maybe she didn't like it.
She didn't put it on her neck for a second, dog. She just not it's just food.
She is not a gift person. Like she's not a gift person outside of anything that's practical. So she was excited when I bought her car because she get to use.
She needs it.
You know what I mean? But yeah, she's not a big gift person. And then I spent 2.5 hours walking around the mall the other day with my kid, just going from shop to shop, and her just saying, "Daddy, can I get this? Daddy, can I get that?" And that was like, I would
Merry
never
Christmas,
do that again.
or
yeah, it was Merry Christmas because I had already got her birthday stuff, but it was just like shopping with a teenage girl.
It's almost like here, go buy.
I really wanted to do that, but I also seen that she wanted me to be there with her and experience it. But man, I was getting irritated because everything I picked out, she didn't like.
Oh, so you don't do that?
I was like, how about this?
No.
I like this. I was like, bruh, you.
No, you don't do that.
What are you supposed to do?
You ain't got the style.
How old is she again?
14.
Yeah, anything you would say would be like,
yeah, it probably wasn't even cute. It was probably like the necklace you got your mom.
I thought I was using a teenage eye.
You think you are. You conservative not. As a dad. Like by default. It's
you have a dad eye. It's no
like,
teenage eye. You have a dad eye.
No, so look.
You can't run.
Let's
you
be
can't
clear.
Give them some of that thing.
No, so look, I'll give you an example, right? I don't know what story went into, but they had this cute little like half hoodie where it was like your belly.
Cropped.
Yeah, cropped hoodie. It was cute. I was like, baby, like this is nice. You should get this. She was like, no. Then she go over to the boys section and get this big old like oversized male hoodie.
Baggy,
and I'm
coming
like,
in, dog.
Yeah.
Baggy is back.
It seems like that's what you would prefer for your daughter.
exactly.
No, you.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would prefer her in the stuff that she actually picked. Like, I would prefer because it was conservative. But I'm thinking like, okay, I'm not going to pick out conservative stuff. I'm going to pick out cute stuff for you. And she went for all the like
backwards stuff. Huh?
all the boyish, like baggyish type stuff. And I was just like, I don't even understand your style.
I don't even understand your style. We're going to. It's funny you said that how your mom doesn't like to receive gifts. So we went shopping at the mall yesterday. I hate the mall, by the way.
Why you hate the mall?
It's just no good stores in there in Arden. Like, I just don't like it.
I feel like everybody should just shop on Amazon and call
I
it.
pretty much do. Like, I haven't been in that mall in so long. Like, I really
like, why
do
are we
everything
even
like.
still
Man,
Amazon
But-
and Fashion Nova and just call it?
they got Fashion Nova men,
They
dog.
do.
Hey,
I ain't never got none.
I'm sorry. I just got to say this real quick. Never let you, bruh. So for the Christmas party here, I bought like 3 shirts on Fashion Nova, right? Because they had like a big and tall
Okay.
XL. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I want to be, bruh. At best, they're XL,
Oh, but they say that they're what?
triple X.
Okay. See, you got to read the comments.
I ain't read no comments.
You know, it's the rule of online shopping.
But I read the made in China sign, and I was like, this must be triple X for Chinese people. Because
See, you have to read the comments. On Amazon, you don't read the comments. That's the first thing I do whenever
I usually read the comments.
I
but
look for the pictures from the
and
customer.
then I see the stars,
and I look
then
for
I
the
look at the
comments,
worst.
and
for
I always
whatever
look for the
reason,
worst.
I just didn't read the comments. I saw Big
Because
Brother.
it will tell you how it fits. But also, too, if you look, it should tell you what size that guy is wearing, the model is wearing.
Right. I just seen a Big Brother wearing big items, and I was like, but nah, they big items come extra small.
Small.
Yeah.
So they
extra
run small.
Like, I mean, like, I can't even get 2 arms in.
T-Rex orange.
Like, I get 1 arm and a neck, and this other arm be like this. So yeah.
So you got to take them back.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm sorry. You were shopping the other day.
Yeah, we went shopping the other day. And for other people, like, not for ourselves. And then this guy, he's like, okay, sit here. I'll be right back. And then he comes back with like 3 different stacks of money. Like, here, this is for the kids for pizza tonight. And then this is for something else. And then this is for you to go buy something right now in the store. So for me, I have a problem with spending money on myself. Like, I can't do it. Like clothes and stuff, when I go shopping for myself, I go straight to the sales rack, or I'm not buying it. Like, I just can't phantom paying $40 for a shirt. Like, that's just dumb. Right. That's for me. Now let it be something for Bella, or really just for Bella. I have no like. Just gonna keep it
filter for her.
Right.
I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. The boys, I'm a little.
The boys get whatever. Yeah.
I'm a frugal with the boys, but with Bella, like, I wouldn't even think twice. I would just buy it. Not even a problem. And so it's just I don't like buying stuff for myself. So he just gave me like $60. I was like, go find something. And I'm just like, I'd rather go to Target and get like a few things than just go in this mall and just get one thing. Like, I can't do it. He's like, no, we're not leaving until you find something. So we went looking around, and then there was a hoodie. You know, he just got me some Adidas for my birthday. And so I want to, build up my little Adidas section in my closet. So there was a hoodie in Journeys, and it was like $70. And I was just like, I cannot even like, when he told me what I had to do, like, my stomach literally went into knots, because I cannot even spending $75 on a sweatshirt.
No, it's ridiculous.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's ridiculous
For a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I couldn't even get my cologne because my daughter's clothes are so expensive.
I was just like, I can't do it. Like, it was so hard for me to do that for myself. And so we started talking about the whole self-care thing, and I am like definitely lacking the self-care department.
Nah, I was just like, she be walking around being like, oh, this is dope. And then she look at me and be like, no way I'll spend that on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, how much was it? Be like, $35. I'll be like, that ain't that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying. You don't like just doing just random shopping. You didn't come there for that. And then, you can go to Target and get you 2 of those for the price of this one. I'm like, I get that. I'm like, but it's okay to just spend on yourself. Like, you don't have to, every once in a while, you don't got to think about what Target got. You ain't got to think about, like, it's cool. Like, I think we'd be all right. Just try it one time.
I just want to say, bruh, you better not ever complain about Tiff.
Oh, no, I'm so, like, I am.
Nah, I appreciate that. But
stay at home mom and won't spend your money?
No. Hold on.
I have no problem spending money. It's just what I spend money on.
Okay, and won't spend your money.
Because I can spend some money fast.
Because it's some folks, you'd have came home and they'd have had like some red bottles. You'd have been like, what?
Nah, that'd be a problem.
You'd have gave her $60. She'd have been like,
give me more.
It's all 3 of these stacks.
And I'm just like, that's just so much to just spend right now. And I'm thinking about, like, we got Christmas shopping to finish doing. We have this we can do. We have that we can do. Like, I don't got to do this right now
honestly,
for myself.
I was like, honestly, you're going to trick off $50 on something whack. You're going to get these kids some pizza. You're going to not feel like cooking something. You like, I'm going to just do this real quick. Go get them this. It's healthy. And I don't want to, it's going to be $50 spent within the next 2 days on some BS that didn't need to be spent on. So I'm like, dude, for once, it's light. Yeah, we'll be all right if you spend this $50 and get you something nice. Try it. Just see if you'll like it.
It was so hard for me.
And she was acting like I had a gun to her head.
I felt like it.
So it's interesting because another reason why I'm not doing Christmas shopping is because our mortgage went up.
Oh, for real?
Bruh.
Why?
So the backyard finally hit
the whole
hit the
whopper?
No, just the yearly installment.
Oh, okay.
It finally hit the property taxes, and so our property taxes was more this year than it was last year.
So we gonna have to do that again that we did last year?
Man, so the mortgage company sent me a statement like, okay, look, like you owe us some bands because it was more than what was projected, and then we gonna up your monthly installment.
They do that on purpose.
And like it was, like it went up like $600.
Dang.
So I had to quickly pull Nicole aside. Was like, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Let's not go crazy on this right now. I was like, I'll give it all back to you next year. But I was like, for the next few months, we just gotta figure it all out until I pull some moves, some ooh-wops out of my hat.
Man, but you just got one kid to shop for.
I do, and I'm so thankful for that.
That like makes a difference.
It makes a huge
We sometimes
difference.
be like, dang, if we just had one kid.
Oh my God.
We would be.
You be living in sunshine.
I be having to tell them to stop doing that sometimes because.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I was like, I don't want to stay in that type of thought.
Like you didn't have no kids thought.
Yeah,
because it would be so different.
Just banking.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be like
I be
so
telling her
different.
like, if we keep doing that, we gonna start hating our kids. Like, shut up, nigga. Eat this top ramen. Be happy you eating.
That's comedy.
I said it's gonna go to that because you gonna just be
Man,
thinking
but
like,
one kid.
No, I'm thankful for one.
That's just 3 plane tickets.
I'm thankful for one.
Because we, planning on vacation next year, and we got to get 5 plane tickets to Orlando.
Hey, time out, though. Back to these taxes. Ours going to go up, too?
I don't know. Bruh, I would say yes, but you don't pay attention to your tax bill and stuff like that.
Man, for real.
Like, I be asking you questions about your mortgage. You be like, I just pay every month.
He do.
Like, I be into that stuff. I be looking at
He'll
it.
He'll ask a question if he notice it go up.
Right. But
Yeah.
I be looking at it. I be, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. If your taxes don't go up, then you could.
Hey, we gonna have to check out. You gonna have to show me how to look into this stuff, dog. Because it tells you on there. On my statement, it tells you like,
oh yeah,
by this day, if you don't pay this, it's gonna be like it show the kitty getting up.
Yeah, well, your bank statement or your mortgage statement should show you like how much money is in your escrow, how much money goes to your principal versus your escrow. But you ain't paying attention.
We just
to
did not have any of this with our first house.
I never knew. Man, it's crazy we talking about this. I'm pretty sure it's other people that's running this. But dog, we just got we went a whole year and then bam, they hit like just like you. It's like your mortgage is gonna jump up.
Either pay these
this
few racks.
Either pay all these racks,
or
you gonna
few?
pay
It was
extras.
like 5 or 6
Oh,
racks.
you got something similar then.
We paid that
Yeah.
though. We paid it all off because we didn't want our mortgage to go up.
All right.
Yeah, there's like
Oh, you didn't pay it off.
No, they gave us the option.
Oh, right. So this is what this is.
Yeah.
So look, they gave us the option. They said
okay.
we gonna add $700 and something a month extra.
Or pay this one lump sum.
It was like $600 to $700 extra, or pay this lump sum, or just pay it out the whole year and shoot it to us. And I was like, blood, I'll pay this whole year off,
right,
and be done because I don't want that extra.
Oh, so you didn't pay the year off?
No, because so I just got the statement.
So
like last week.
But let me ask you, when you got the same option me, I paid it off for you. You was like, oh, okay, I could rock with that extra.
No. What I'm saying is, I just got the statement like last week.
But I'm talking about last year. Did you say like?
Last year
that was this year.
Yeah, last
Earlier
year
this year.
Last year was good. My taxes jumped up like for $4,500 this year. Mm-hmm. So when they just hit me up. But I had already knew that they was gonna hit me up, right? Mm-hmm. So it was supposed to be like 6,000, but in October I had already gave them an extra 2 bands, right? Mm-hmm. Then this month I was planning on giving them the rest, but I got the car. Mm. So the money that I was going to put to pay that extra off, I put towards the car. So we just going to have to deal with the fact that our mortgage is going to go up for a couple months until I can pull another rabbit out my hat and just pay it off for the year.
Mm.
We're going to go online right after this and be like, check this out.
My girl told us to watch this documentary called Blackfish. Have you seen it?
I haven't even.
I forgot about
what is Blackfish about?
Gosh, just completely ruined my whole chances of ever going to SeaWorld is what it did.
Oh, showing you like
maybe even in the
cruelty?
zoo or anything that got anything to do with anything of animals in captivity.
No,
it was about orcas,
about
killer whales, and just like how like they're kind of crazy, but they're hella smart. It's about SeaWorld and how they had this one, what's his name? Tulum, one killer whale that like killed like 3 people. 4 people killed him.
At SeaWorld.
But SeaWorld kind of like covered it up to where they made it the people's fault.
Because he was a stud.
Yeah, so he was a stud. And so he produced like so many different whales, which means that what we were talking about earlier is in him.
Right.
It's in them all. And so it was just crazy just how they first started getting whales. The whales are hella smart. They would, because so whales are super social, and that's why they're always in packs, because they are super social, super loyal to each other, and like they got their own language and all that stuff. And so us humans, when we come into play and we're trying to get them, they be like, all right, y'all go this way, the whales.
They send the moms and the babies.
And then the moms and the babies, y'all go that way. And we gonna like get them away from y'all. But then they had helicopters up top. And of course the whales got to come up. And so they end up trapping them or whatever. And then the people would take the babies because they were smaller and then go or whatever. But they were showing how when they took, this is like years later in SeaWorld or whatever, when the mamas would have the babies, like the babies would never leave their mom's side in life. Like they just don't do it. They just always stay with them. So when they took the babies to go sell them somewhere else, like they were like, the mamas was like wailing and crying, like a cry they'd never even heard before, like from the gut. It was just so sad.
Wow.
It was just so sad. And then the last lady that died, she was like a trainer, like 20 plus years trainer, like experienced trainer.
She's #1 SeaWorld trainer.
And that whale just yanked her up and like
killed her,
tore her, like she was mangled. And they try to blame it on her ponytail. Like that's like the cover up they were doing. And then they showed one with the whale, took one of the trainers by the foot. Like, I think that they're so smart that everything that these whales were doing was definitely intentional and on purpose. Like, they were aware of what they were doing.
I mean, yeah, like if somebody had you in captivity.
Yeah, so they were like, so normally, and then they broke it down, like, so they're bringing these whales from all over the world, and it's like they're different
breeds.
They're different breeds. They're all the same killer whale, but they're different, like,
so they speak in
cultures.
It's like dropping an African off in Spain and just be like,
no, it's like dropping you off right. Well, you from
Right.
Africa. It's like dropping us off right now in Africa, like them my people, but what?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they speak different languages, and they will be beefing with each other, and then they put Tulum, the crazy one, in there, but the female ones like attacked them, like they be going at it.
You know what they said? Because in a normal element, that if they beef, they got enough space, enough sea to
the ocean, like
stay away from each other.
Be like, I need my space.
Now inside this pool, they ain't got nowhere to go, so they need their
small
space, so they just beat up on the male.
So what they did was they separated him, but then when you separate him, and they're supposed to be around people, are supposed to be around their peers, that does something to your mental, right? It's like being in solitary.
Being in a hole,
right?
For a whale.
When you
separate them.
If you really think about it, like they say, dolphins are the smartest.
Dude, I ain't swimming with dolphins no more.
And they say whales, you know what I mean? Because a dolphin can use a greater percentage of their brain than humans. Mm-hmm. But if you really think about it, like they damn near might be more intelligent than us because they communicate with each other and they can understand us.
Right.
But we can't understand them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they have to be able to understand us if we're teaching them tricks and doing all this thing.
Dude, I'd be tripped out how smart animals are. It's kind of like crazy how smart they are. I just told Brandon the other day, I was like, they're letting us exist with them.
Nah, for real. Because if the animals ever decided to just
A Bug's Life. Have you seen that? Have you seen that movie, A Bug's Life?
Yeah.
You see how the cockroaches are like, they can't know that if they get smart, that they outnumber us. Like they can't know that. Like we gotta keep them down.
We gotta scare them.
We gotta scare them. I'm like the animals. Like it was just crazy, and it was interesting to me, and I felt kind of bad.
Blackfish.
It's called Blackfish.
I'm gonna check it out.
I never liked the zoos anyway. Now that I got her,
well, they all look sad. It makes sense though.
Well,
because I'm the type of dude that go there and be like, "Be a monkey, man. Come on, man. Swing,
do
make
something."
that noise. Do
and
something."
He's sad
like,
because he only has this small space.
Yeah. Working at Marine World, like maybe
you worked at Marine World.
Yeah, it made me look at it differently because you've seen how they treated the animals.
It's sad in there now.
It's not even a matter of whether they treating the animals right or not, as much as just like, right.
Yeah,
just
I mean, sometimes I get wild, like some like rescue animals who won't survive out there in the wild for whatever reason, because they could be something wrong with them or something like that. Like, all right, I get it. They probably do have a better life here, but it's just sad.
But a lion ain't never meant to be.
It was cold about it. Sometimes,
you know what I mean?
Hey, sometimes they be born with us, and then they be like, he reached the age where he should be back in civilization.
Well, that's what they were saying. Back out there
now, you an alien.
Well, that's what they were saying too on the documentary. They were saying how killer whales' life expectancy is like 100 years, but in captivity,
35.
It's like 25 to 35 years.
Damn, niggas live to 100 years.
Yeah,
they live the same as us.
Fin bend. They depressed.
Yeah, I know. I see the fin bend.
That's not supposed to happen.
That's not supposed. That only happened when they.
I mean, if you think about it, what a whale's pen is about as big as this house.
Man,
like about like if you know what I mean. But if you put a whale in here, like a whale would definitely take up this whole space right now. So basically, you got to the front door
right here. I mean, they're not. You're talking about Meg now, like it's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this right here.
Oh yeah. He
So like, if you that big, you basically got to the front door,
and that's not no way to live.
And that's
like us only being able to live in this house.
You're right,
and never be able to leave.
I'd be
going cabin fever. So imagine. It was just pretty sad, and I was excited. We're going to the Bahamas next year, and I want my kids to swim with the dolphins. But I don't think I want them to no more. One, because they're crazy and they can just snap at any minute. I don't want them to do that.
Because they swimming with them captive dolphins.
Dude.
I would say if you swim with them,
hey, this woke me up
in the ocean.
Them wild dolphins, you probably good.
No, I'm not doing that.
But I'm saying it still woke me up. Like, I don't know what they doing out there. What regulations they got in Jamaica?
Well, we're not going to Jamaica. We're going to the Bahamas.
Bahamas or whatever.
I look forward to that little trip.
You rolling?
I am going to roll.
You ain't put your money down yet.
I sure have not.
So
man,
talk
you
to
got
me.
thinking about taxes.
Trust me. Trust me, I'm rolling though.
You're rolling?
Bahamas
it's going to be so much fun.
Canceled.
We're going to be like 20, 30, 40. I don't know how many deep. We're taking over the ship.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do a podcast on the ship.
You ain't gonna get a no out of me. That was a shock to hear you say that.
Yo.
On Thursday.
You say record to me. I'm like, when? Put me in the booth.
We can do a podcast on Thursday about our first part, because it's a 2-part vacation. So our first part, we can do it on the ship. That'll be tight.
A 2-parter.
Yeah, it's a 2-part.
Hey, you know what happened to me?
We're talking about, hold on, sorry. We're talking about animals in captivity, but we're going to go do like a swamp tour and like go see alligators and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm absolutely cool with gators. Yeah, who cares about a gator?
Oh man, that's hecka funny. I still want to go on that.
You know what? But I think
dolphins look soft. Like, come on, man. Y'all, why y'all doing this to the dolphin?
The dolphin live.
Yeah, like gator, he ugly. Like
gators is different too, because I think gators
he might kill me.
They spend most of their life in the same. It ain't
same
like
they ain't cruising the ocean.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Man, y'all want to make it right. No, it ain't. This ain't right.
I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying like.
Yeah, it's still
I
not
feel like
right.
alligators are probably living their best life in captivity.
Yeah, an alligator just lay there and wait for food.
And the food come to them. They ain't gotta work. And they don't, like he said, they ain't swimming through the ocean and like they don't need as much space. We're just trying to justify why we gonna go see alligators.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Y'all trying to justify why y'all trying to see.
It's fine. I'll go see some alligators.
Oh, that's scary though. But man, I went to the Punchbowl, dog.
Punchbowl Social, downtown Sacramento.
Downtown Sacramento.
How was that?
It's dope. Like, it's a cool little vibe spot.
It literally is like a place to go socialize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
you
in its name.
Antisocial.
You cannot.
Social Punchbowl. But I was with my boy, and what's that game called? Tiff, when you
Skeet. I don't know. Will you roll the disc on the? It's like a
on the sand.
It's like a narrow.
Yeah, I know what you're
that
talking
narrow
about.
table, and then you push it.
Yep. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Man, I was playing that with O.
Oh, you talking about when you got punked?
Look, I was playing that with O, right? And some dude, man, he about 5'7", dog. Young looking cat. About 3 of them. Homeboy walked by and moved my joint, dog, and slid it towards me. Nigga, the disrespect, nigga.
What did you do?
I stopped it. I said, nigga. I said, blood, what's wrong with you, nigga? And then, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm mugging. I'm like, nigga, what's wrong with you? And then, like, he looked at me for a second and kept it pushing. But then I was like, that wasn't enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't, like, and then I was like, what made this nigga think that would, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
right.
I wanted the nigga to feel something, blood. But then I was like, I shouldn't be here doing, like, I was having a battle with myself, blood. Like, all that happened within 3 seconds. Like, like, I'm about to slap this nigga. And then it was like, dude, why you gonna do that? Like, you too old to be doing, like,
had you been
handle this with
there
class.
Before, when we were with the people we were with the first time we went there, that would have went completely different situation.
Look, I'm telling myself, handle this with class. And I was like, nigga, you tripping, blood. What's wrong with you?
You having a conversation with yourself?
No, I said that to him. I was like, nigga, you tripping. What's wrong with you? And then like I said, I don't know if I wanted him to say something.
But you said he put his head down and walked away.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I wasn't gonna say that part because I didn't want to sound
He
like
probably
a big
didn't
dog.
even think it was that serious.
He probably was drunk.
Yeah.
But dog, I just was like, what made him think he can do that
He
to me? Like, you know what I'm
probably
saying? Like that.
was
Probably
drunk.
was just having fun. Like, he probably didn't know you was taking the game that serious.
Or he was drunk.
Man,
We is talking about a social game. Like, you act like, nigga.
nah, blood.
You act like you had some real money on this or something.
Right.
Nah, it was like just a disrespect, dude. Like I just wasn't cool with that. And then like I wanted him to say something.
If he
so I
didn't
can-
say anything to you and walked away, then it wasn't disrespect. It was just a mistake.
Right, because he had been like, I did it what?
Yeah, because disrespect is, I'm a step to you.
And I want you to know that I disrespected you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just felt like a sucker, dog. I felt like a sucker, and I feel like that was the right thing to do, is to not escalate it. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know if I liked how that feel.
I see your point a little bit. I would just say, like,
What would you have done, Ijoma?
I wouldn't have done nothing.
What?
Bro, it's not that serious.
It's
I
never
wouldn't
that
have,
serious.
I
That's
wouldn't have
me.
felt the
Okay.
disrespect like that. But then even like, I don't know, like if something happens and you say what you want to say, like, nigga, what is you doing? You can only feel disrespected or feel like a punk if you don't say nothing. You just let the nigga touch your stuff and you just let it go.
I wanted him to say something. I don't even want to. The cold part is I don't even want to invite that in my life. Like, you feel me? But in that moment,
You needed him to say
I
something
needed him to say something
for you to
dog.
feel
So you
validated.
can respond and react.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then when he didn't say something, I wanted to go say something to get that reaction from him. I was like, I don't
So
know.
what
But
is it? What was that in you that wanted to do that?
He wanted to fight. That's what he wanted to do. Was you
You're
drinking?
not even a
nah, I
fighter.
wasn't even drinking.
Sound
Nah,
like
I'm
you
just
wanted to
saying.
fight.
Nah, I just wanted to, I don't know, man. I just
Sound like
wanted
you
to-
wanted to punch the nigga in his
I
head.
did, dog. I did. But then I was like, that ain't the responsible thing to do.
He not only did he think about that, but have you seen Equalizer 2?
Oh yeah.
We just watched that yesterday. But you know how Denzel like played out the whole scenario in his head? He did that too, because dude wasn't by himself. He was with like 3 other people. And he was like, man, so I know some of them probably would have got me, but 2 of them was gonna get got.
Oh,
Like
yeah. That's my mentality, dog.
This nigga like, I'm gonna pick up the thing, I'm gonna throw the thing at this nigga. I'm a dodge. Hit this nigga in his gut.
No, I'm with my dog. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking in my head, like, I don't know if ready for this, but I'm finna test his his card tonight. But
Hey.
then I was telling Tiff, like, when I think of is me against more people, I've been in that situation before. I ain't gonna say I'm a killer, but like, I'm like, somebody's gonna feel something. Somebody in that crew is gonna walk away like, he got you though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna have that conversation. I'm cool with that.
Hey, O to me is like a ninja.
he is
Like,
so funny.
Like, I could see him not knowing that this is going down.
Right.
But then when he realized,
What's
Brandon's
happening?
fighting,
Oh, let's go.
then he just gonna knock niggas out. It's go and be looking smooth at it.
He said, what was that all about? I said, man, I don't even trip. He's like, you sure? I said, yeah, man. He was like, all right, cool. And then I was like, I don't want to harp on that and then mess up the mode. And I was like, get back in the game, blood. Don't even trip off that. If you ain't gonna go over there and slap him.
Right.
And then I started calling myself a sucker. Like, you need to go slap him. like what you mean if you ain't gonna go slap him? And I was like, nah, dog, you ain't about that.
You need to check how you defining your masculinity.
Nah, look. I said, all this is going on in 3 seconds. And then I was like, you know what? Rock it out, dog. Like, you are bugging. Chill.
Right.
Don't even this I didn't even talk to O about it. He probably hear about this if you listen to it. But I was like, just chill. It ain't that serious. Like, you ain't supposed to be
I
at
don't
this
think
age
it's ever that
tripping off
serious.
Yeah, it ain't that serious, bro.
ain't.
It especially ain't that serious nowadays, cause
Cass is crazy.
yeah,
I get that. But I'm just saying, I had to play that whole scenario. To
but
bring
I
it
feel
up to
like,
that, like
a person who's disrespectful is gonna step to you. It's gonna be like,
so I was putting too much on it.
Yes.
especially, bro. If I do something to your thing, whether it's intentional or not, I just do something to your thing, and you say, nigga, bro, I'm turning around looking at you like, bro, don't call me no nigga, like, chill. But if I duck my head and walk away, you won.
He didn't want no smoke, honey.
Yeah, that means he didn't want none.
He didn't want no smoke.
Then you call me a nigga, bro. I'm for sure stepping.
Well, that's your favorite word.
What's your favorite word?
Nigga,
why you gotta say it like that?
So why are you stepping if somebody?
No, because it's the, you heard the way he said, it's the emphasis behind the nigga. It ain't just like, hey, what's up, nigga? It's nigga. I'd have been like, nigga, I know you ain't.
It's different levels to it.
It's like, nigga, is you talking to me?
I got you.
That's hecka funny.
I had to let you know one time.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. Me and Tiff were talking about this like 3 weeks ago.
We were?
Yeah.
What?
I want to ask both of y'all. Are hoes hopeless romantics?
We wasn't talking about hoes being hopeless romantic. I just asked you if you were a hopeless romantic. I didn't say nothing. And you was like, that's what a hoe is. And I was like, wait, what?
How did that go again? How that conversation come about? I thought we were just chopping it up about it. Did we talk about that though?
We were listening to what's the girl name?
I don't even know how to answer that.
They can be though, huh?
Megan, was it Megan Trainor or whatever her name is? You know, the one girl saying all about that bass, right? That's anyway. So she has a song called "Hopeless Romantic," and I was listening to it, and then after it went off, I asked him, I was like, "Do you think that you are a hopeless romantic?" And he didn't really know. He said
no.
He said no. And I was like, you don't think you are? And then you were like, that's what hoes are.
They could be, huh? Do you see that though?
No.
I'm not.
Are you a hopeless romantic?
No, look. This is what I was saying.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Look, a girl that really is looking for a man, giving this man everything she can in a quick fashion. She's loyal. She's everything that a dude is looking for in a package, but she give it to you quick.
Okay.
She see it. The dude gonna be like, damn, that's a hoe. But she really...
Dodo, that's not what a hopeless romantic is.
That's a hopeless romantic.
A hopeless romantic is if somebody is involved in a relationship. Let's say they're even
okay, she fall in love quick.
They fall in love quick.
She fall in love quick?
And then they break up. Hopeless romantic means that I'm not going to let this relationship stop me. I'm going to keep going to the next dude and have the same, like, she's a hopeless romantic. Like, she is hoping to find romance no matter what. It's kind of like almost wearing their heart on their sleeves. Like, they believe in love and they believe they will find it and they're going to keep going, you know.
Okay.
That's why.
What's the difference between what I said? I said the person got all that in a package and she...
That's like you and I breaking up right now.
It's so it always gotta be with a breakup.
That's the whole point.
Okay, so it goes back to what I said. Thank you for validating that. So she breaks up with a guy quick and she finds another guy.
It's not about breaking up quick.
It's not about
breaking up and finding new guys.
This is about, the relationship ends.
The relationship ends.
Finds a new guy.
She finds a new guy.
Like there's no pause in her approach.
There's no pause.
There could be a pause, but she's just still willing to get involved in another relationship.
I get what you're saying.
She's just trying to go technical. Yeah. So look.
You're just wrong.
I get what you're saying. Some hoes are hopeless romantics.
And when I say hoes, I ain't talking about paid hoes. I'm talking about the dudes. The dudes that dudes would typically call a girl a hoe. And not that I even condone that.
Anybody can be a hopeless romantic. Like I said, if
I'm not saying all hoes are hopeless romantics,
hoes, though.
And not all hopeless romantics are hoes.
But what I'm saying is, if you and I were to separate,
some of them, huh?
Some of them are.
What percentage?
Oh my gosh, not
she
percentage.
Going left. Like,
I'm not going left.
What percentage?
I don't know.
Who knows? That's a dumb question.
I feel like nothing positive is gonna come from what we're talking about.
Tiff brought it up.
Tiff did
you brought it up.
Tiff did not bring it up, nigga. He said it with a straight face too. Tiff brought it up.
I had to think about it. I said, did I bring this up? Like, I thought about it because I thought I might have, how he just said it like that.
Look at that. Pass the blame on.
No, I was saying because she brought up the full conversation. I just ran it by and she went into details. So,
Well, because you weren't telling the conversation right.
All right.
Hey, but speaking of that reminds me of y'all party that y'all had, and people calling me out.
We ain't never talked about that.
That when I came to the next day.
We didn't talk about the party. Let's talk about that a little bit. So we had a 80s party.
It was not 80s. It was 90s. Our annual holiday party.
It was nice.
It was nice. It's a good time.
Yeah.
But you were comedy.
Dude, like, I had some I was like, I don't even remember drink. I did not even drink that much.
Hey.
No, you did.
I didn't, though, because think about it. The shots I was pouring were like a half a shot.
Hey, dude. Hey, you know what I told her?
That's the Rock Blackberry was good.
Hey, you know what I told her? I said, you are hella selfish. I was like, you selfish for the reason that you got. The party started at what time?
It's supposed to start at 7.
At 7.
No, I'm sorry, 8.
It started at 8. By 9 o'clock, she was drunk.
I was not drunk by 9 o'clock.
Look, hold on. Just hear my truth. You can say wherever you want.
Hear my truth.
So look, at 9 o'clock, she drunk and she is wilding like, come on, Brandon, let's take another shot. Come on, let's take another shot. I'm like, yo,
over
like,
exaggerating.
I like you went from 0 to 100 and I'm just coming downstairs. Like, I can't get there. Now I got to be responsible because I know that.
Which is normally how I have to be with him.
She is there. She there. So I'm like, this her night, dog. Like, tricking. I'm going to just chill with her till the wheels fall off. And it made me realize how
selfish you are?
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm just saying, but in that moment, you were selfish. But it's cool though. Like, cause you don't have moments like that. But I just want to let you know. I never have moments like that.
Hey, it was
cool.
It was a sight to see.
Not
for a good hour, maybe an hour and a half straight. Every person that walked in this house,
I was taking shots with
them.
Dog.
Like, it didn't matter. It'd be like a person come in at 8:05, shots. 8:07, shots again. I was like, wait a minute, nigga, you ain't finished pouring the first shot. Like,
wildin'.
Like,
I only probably had like 3, maybe 4 shots.
Okay.
Half shots, so really that's just 2 shots. And then I had the jungle juice.
I'm gonna let her talk. Yeah, I'm gonna let her talk.
And then she had the hair on. She was swinging the hair.
Over my wig. The 90s music was jamming.
Bruh, I was dying. But it was cool, man.
Well, it was cool, but I also had like games set up to do and
like a lot of stuff that we do for the party.
So what happened was,
that went out.
I had to go to the bathroom, and somebody was in the bathroom downstairs. So I was like, I'll just go upstairs in my room and go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and then when I walked out the bathroom, I saw my bed. It just was like, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay down for a second. And
that's how it happened.
That was it.
That's how it happened.
I mean, glasses was still on, wig was still on.
And that happened right after you raped Brandon. In the middle of the
you know, I have that video.
And then everybody looking at me like I'm the boring guy because she like, come on, I don't want to jump off the roof. I'm like,
I know some song came on, bro. You ran out the house.
Yeah, dude.
It was like, where Brandon? They was like, he running down the street, man. I was like,
what's funny is that I saw my brother did the same thing to his wife.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I was about to say, y'all both.
Yeah, they're related. The alcohol.
Well, first of all, let's not forget our cabin trip earlier this year. Mr. Ponyman. I was trying to bring Mr. Ponyman out, but he wasn't here.
Dude,
yeah, I forgot about that.
It's 10 o'clock, and she talking about strip. I'm like, dude, like, it's 10 o'clock. We got all night.
I had a good time. It was fun. But people was like, so I thought we was going to...
Yeah, they come to me. Are we playing games? Like, dude, you go wake up Tiff. Hey, yo, we where the presidents at? Well, who won the contest? Who did? I'm like, dude, like, look, hey, just chill. Vibe. Relax. Like, that's what we're going to do tonight. Going forward, we're going to vibe. Yeah.
Bro, it was comedy.
Vibe till you ready to go home.
It made me both appreciate and regret the podcast.
Wow. Oh, so that's what I was saying. So when I came to the next day, Cole was like, dude, Jungle was talking, and then he like stopped the music. It's like, I am not a 2-minute man.
Because
somebody came in.
I got called out. Like I'm having a conversation.
Oh man, that is so
at
funny.
the island, right? There's people at the island that I don't know. Like that I don't know, but I'm assuming that they know we on the podcast, but I don't know them. And then all of a sudden this person
you're a celebrity. You don't know them, they know you.
Right. And all of a sudden this person is just like, well, maybe you need to be able to last longer through a commercial break. And I was like, nigga. The person next to me started laughing immediately. His wife ran out the room laughing. I was like,
hold on, wait a minute. Hold on.
Just like, what do you do?
That is so freaking
I was like,
funny.
if you don't start bringing podcasts into real life,
Listen, hey, this public record.
But it was like the fourth or fifth time that night that somebody had stopped me
and said that.
Not said that, but had brought something to my attention. They was like, hey, remember when you said this on the podcast? I was like, nigga, that was episode 2, nigga.
You a new fan?
Yeah.
Like, you
So by that time, but that was like in that conversation, that was like the third time she had brought Podcast World into real
That
life.
is so
I had to
funny.
make an announcement like, I don't want y'all niggas to know I can last through a commercial break. Yeah, and I've been putting in that work in the gym.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I had to turn the music off. You know what I'm saying? When somebody run out the room laughing because they think you a 2-minute man, you got to make it clear to the whole room at that
That
point.
I am 3 minutes.
Listen, why are we even counting minutes?
You the one that said commercial break.
Love is love, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's whatever you take to get the job done. You efficient.
You efficient. Right to the point. You efficient? But what is efficient? Like, that's not.
It got in my head though. It got in my head. And I was watching.
Get into your head. That's you. That's
I was watching
good.
Living Single,
Hey.
but I was watching it on the like Hulu or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it had no commercial breaks. It was just running through. I was hella mad because I was in it. And I was like, where the fuck the commercial breaks? Like, I was getting tired. I was getting tired of being in it, but I was trying to make it to a commercial break. But the commercial break never came. I was hella mad. I was like, man, fuck this, man.
Hey, I'm done.
I cussed. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I was trying to
It's fine.
Pastor Damien, you.
Hey, you doing good, man. You doing good.
Jesus then left me. Took us an hour and 22 minutes.
Hey, dog, but you know, I've been doing a lot of sprints, dog.
I be seeing you.
Like, man, I've been really on my cardio game. Right now, I'm running like I could do like solid 10 sprints, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I be seeing you. I sprint in the pool.
For real?
Yeah.
No, but it really helped my game out.
Yeah.
Like your win.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. So, man,
That
I
is,
should.
if you're comparing it to the one session, you think that's why it worked?
No, just lately.
Oh.
Lately, like I just been like, walking around with a cape on.
You been putting this.
Come on,
you
talk
been putting
to
this
me.
to work.
Talk to me.
Slaying.
Talk to me.
I'm here for it.
Talk to me.
You been putting that work
I'm
too.
here
Come
for
on,
it.
man. I
I'm
was
here
trying to
for it.
December
Keep it
been a
low-key.
good month.
Hey,
It's my birthday.
I've been trying to take it low key. You know what I'm
December
saying?
been a good month, huh?
It's my birthday.
Hey, I ain't been going to work, just running.
You've been off
Dog.
for just a week.
Dog, look. Hey, look. I've been off for a week and almost every day. Look, speed 10 on the treadmill, incline 12. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, nonstop, 10 of them. That got my win up.
Is it? So you know what? You bring up an interesting thing, right? Because I've noticed that when I work out less for my health and more for my performance in the bedroom.
Ooh, wow.
Like when I be working out, I don't never think like I should go an extra mile so I can burn more
You're
calories.
just trying to for your
Always.
endurance.
Right. I'd be
Is
like,
it really that hard for y'all to focus?
I'd be like, I should go an extra mile.
Nah, I just
So
know
I
that the
could go
more
an
I'm in
extra
shape,
mile.
the more I'm in shape overall.
But what he's talking about, what I'm saying
He
is,
focused on that.
what I'm
Like-
saying is it really that hard for you guys to concentrate to not bust a nut? That really has to do with
Oh
your
no,
endurance.
I'm not talking about busting a nut. I'm just talking about like
I was talking about busting.
You're talking about not being tired while you're getting busy.
I'm just talking about not being tired.
I'm talking about
In
like,
life? Or when
No,
you're getting
while
busy?
you're getting busy. But I already told y'all I don't, bust regularly.
Wait, what?
I remember him saying that.
You did? He did?
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean? Don't bust regularly.
Like
you know,
out of 10 times, maybe like 3 or 4.
You don't bust.
No, I only bust 3 or 4 times out of 10.
So you just stop doing it?
You just get tired and stop.
I just get tired and stop.
Is that like healthy?
I don't know.
And been like that your whole career?
My whole career, man. Been like
That's
that.
not. I don't think that's normal though.
I don't know if it's normal or not. But
Did
I'm
we
saying,
talk about this outside, or did we talk about?
I've never heard this before.
Probably me and you talk about that, dog.
Yeah, because that's like strange. Like I would have told you to go get that checked out.
I don't think you need to get it checked out.
That's not normal.
There's other people in the world like that.
That don't mean it's normal.
It's my first time hearing about it.
Which means it's
But
not normal.
Anyway,
Circumcision.
I'm just saying that's why I work out.
that's dope.
Wow.
Whatever your motivation is.
So when
Whatever
you
gets to the
don't
gym.
bust, how long does the session go for?
You just
Until
go
you
till I get
tired.
tired.
You like, you good?
Wow.
That's a superpower.
You just go till I be like, all right, I'm tired of
Is
doing
that
this.
you telling yourself not to bust, or your body is just saying like, I'm not busting?
This is my body.
Wow.
Sometimes I get almost there,
And then no.
and then somebody will sneeze, and I'd be like, it's gone.
Yeah, you got a superpower.
Wow. Huh. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we just go until I get tired.
Wow. Okay.
So my workouts
Well, now
Cater
that
to
makes
that.
sense now.
are to help that go.
Yeah,
Well,
because
do
you
you
are going
want-
with no
do you-
end game.
Right.
So
No, really
that
though.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
To need where you need to build up your endurance.
Yeah, there's no
Because there be
end.
times where I'm like, why are you so out of breath? Like, get your life together. You're not even doing anything right.
I be saying that about women. Like, if you just laying
Yeah, I
there,
could walk up the
why do
top
y'all
of
be breathing hard and tired?
I can walk at the top of the seven.
Well,
why you breathe? I'm like,
I
I
feel
don't know. I
like
shouldn't be breathing like
because
that.
I feel like orgasms make you
Hold your breath.
not so much hold your breath, but just like
Your body convulses.
you just
Like,
did
you
something,
shaking.
like you just been through something.
Because I be looking like I'm obviously the one on 2 feet working. Why are you breathing hard and sweating?
Hey, it's a workout for me.
It's a workout for me too. I be having the Apple Watch on, and I like sometimes going in my phone, and I be having little spikes in my heart rate, and my heart rate be
It's right
like
there.
with a question mark, like what was this? Like, like I was in that thing.
I was in that thing.
I was in
I
that
can
thing.
tell you exactly every day. You want to know how much we do it and how long and what days? I
I
can
was
show
in
you
that
our
thing.
pattern.
Look
Do
at
you
my-
know
look at
when
my
we
heart
first
rate.
started getting busy?
And you know you can show your pattern on the Apple Watch.
Like, what do you mean?
You can go online and check your different.
Oh yeah, the activity thing is on your. So.
That is crazy.
I didn't know that.
Do you have your watch on? Oh, you know you charge it.
No. When we first was getting busy back in the day, I used to always write it down every time we got busy
Yeah, I remember that.
in a calendar. I don't even know why I did that.
Dang.
That was strange.
Just in case you get pregnant, you know the date. This date.
Was that why?
Oh, that's
I was on birth control.
good. That's a good guess though.
Nah, because she had a thing like, I had my period on this day. Like, you had a, because I remember saying, like, what is all these sunflowers for?
You remember?
Yeah.
She wasn't just marking it down. She had a special little
Yeah,
sign.
dog, 'cause
Well, because I had flowers,
I'm
and then
looking
how
at
many
it.
times we
Yeah,
did it, I would color in the
I'm
pearl.
I'm like, that's like, I remember looking in like her like calendar book.
That
and I
is
was
so
like,
funny.
why the hell you got all these sunflowers? And like some shaded, some not. I was like,
because back in the day, he
And
used
then
to be
she
able to
used to
go
shade the
like,
middle with, like, the-
multiple times. Not so much anymore. Got older.
I don't
it's
just.
about to be in a 40 club.
But
But
You
the session he gives is legit.
You gotta accept that.
I ain't even gonna
I
lie.
eat that.
Them multiples.
But hey,
You got to pick either morning or night for me.
dog,
When do you want it?
dude, this is what I said. Look, and I had to talk with her. She like, I'm like, look,
I had to
dude.
talk with her.
I said, yo, real talk. It's like 12:30. why did we go to bed at 9 o'clock when I was telling you let's go to bed, chill, go to bed? She like, I like, you just had to watch TV. Now it's 12:30.
I'm sleepy.
I'm dog tired, and I gotta put in the work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sleepy. I will also
only
say
because I can't put in the work, because if I put in the work, then it's over before it starts.
So I gotta put in the work. No matter how it's said, I gotta put in the work.
that is over.
It is. Like, he can't handle it when I take control.
Okay.
I put in the work at the end of the day. Why are you laughing? I want to know what's funny. I'm waiting to talk. Like,
Bro, I just find that hilarious, bro. One nigga is like, nah, you take a seat.
It really be like that.
It's like if I could control if I could control my destiny. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know.
And that's interesting because for me,
and if I let it loose and let somebody else go, they gonna know. Wow. Like,
if somebody else take control, like, it's nothing for me.
Well, obviously not. You're not busting any nuts.
Like, I could sit there and read a book.
Ooh, wow.
And
I'll read a book.
And just be like, have fun. I'll read a book. Don't worry.
What?
I'll stay there for you.
That's not cool.
It's just it just don't do nothing for me.
I'm the reverse.
Don't you pull out no book on me.
I'm the reverse, dog. You start doing stuff, I'm like, it's a wrap. You did that. But if I'm controlling it, I got you. Like, I got you. Let's go. You ready for this ride? Here we go. Buckle up.
You know I love how you said that. It's just like, it's a wrap.
It is.
Yeah, and at 12 o'clock at night, it's like, I got to put on performance. And if I do something weak, it's like, you're going to be like, that one even, like, you tripping.
I don't have to put on the performance, but it's just like, nighttime, I be ready to go to sleep.
But I don't really like doing it during the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm like,
I don't
dude.
like
Like, what's up? Like, I'm like, yo, what's up? Let's
I like early morning, but it's also because when I do it, then I get wired.
It's like your caffeine.
It is. It's exactly like
It's opposite. It puts him to sleep.
It wakes me up.
Wow.
So it's like, and it like, if I bust, I'm up for like 3-4 hours. If I don't bust, I'm up for like good 2-3 hours.
But you could beat the odds. You know, when you said if you don't bust, how long?
It's like half, like an hour, 2 hours, right? But what ends up happening is now I'm looking at somebody who's out like a log,
and you just sitting there.
And I'm just sitting there looking stupid. You know what I mean? So then I get up, go downstairs, watch TV, just doing a whole bunch of other stuff because I can't sleep. So I'd rather do it in the morning when I'm already woke.
Somebody gonna listen to this and want to battle test you, like.
Not battle.
I don't even know how you would battle test somebody.
I said they gonna want to, like, they gonna want to be like, yo, give me, like, you know, hey, that bad child, like, just give me 2 minutes with him and I'll show him. Like, somebody gonna be thinking that.
Nah, it's only one person ever had me like that.
Well,
yeah, she was not. It was only one person. It was something about what she had that was A1 quality.
And there you go then.
Yeah, but that's been the only one.
Okay, well, you good.
Everybody else, I'd be like, I'll see you next time.
All bad. Stop the press.
I'm reading. I don't think you're normal.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You reading about his symptom?
Yeah.
Hey, women don't have orgasms every time they have sex.
True.
Exactly. So
sorry for every woman that don't have that problem.
I do as well. But
I do. I do as well.
You see how you say that with confidence? I feel sorry for every woman out there listening to this. If you got that problem, my heart go out to you.
Hey, you see how I said I do? Just like I understand exactly where you're coming from. But no, if a woman don't have one every time, it's okay if a man don't have one every time.
I guess when you...
Do you take it personal if they don't get one?
I do.
Me sure.
I take it extremely personal.
I gotta make sure you good. Like you're not gonna have that on my.
Like I will put in as much work as possible.
Like I can cut out, but you gonna get it.
I will go through commercial breaks. I will break out the pup. Like, I would do whatever I got to do. I'll take a Viagra.
You would take a Viagra?
If I can't get you there and I need that Viagra to get me over the top.
Wow.
I'm scared of that type of stuff.
But I
scared of having an erection for the whole day.
I'm just scared if it's when the point where I want to play with that, it's bad enough to just own it up to say that you need it, but then you playing with it before you need it.
What's
and
wrong
then
with
when
saying
you need
that
it, you
you
gotta
need
take
it?
triple stacks now. Like,
but then I would
saying you need
Wait,
it.
the purpose of Viagra is to help you get an erection?
It's for your heart, but they found out that's a side effect.
Wait, it's for your heart?
It was originally, but it's for an erection.
It's for keep your blood heart pumping, and that was the side effect.
To be real, as men get older, they have less testosterone.
Oh, that's scary.
That's one of the reasons why the doctors recommend men stay in shape because the more you
so that
exercise,
like your guys's
I'm gym for
what's
life.
it called when we go menopause? That's like your guys's menopause.
Yeah, it's our libido. It's what keeps us interested, keeps us getting up and stuff.
You guys lose that as you get older?
As you get older, you have less and less.
What? So like old people, we see like grannies
that ain't taking care of themselves though.
Like
right.
Old people ain't getting busy no more. Because at some point, you guys' stuff are going to stop working. At some point, my stuff's going to get all dried up, right?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Don't put that in the air.
Yeah, not necessarily.
I'm talking about when you're like 80-something.
No. James Brown was having kids hella late.
It's all. I mean, really, it's really connected to your health.
Mm-hmm.
Your
health is your wealth.
So that's one of the reasons why they say men should weight lift, because the more you weight or when you weight lift, you build muscle. You also
got the blood pumping.
Yeah, you also build your testosterone. Okay. So it helps keep you at a healthy level for your age.
I do be wondering like if old people be getting busy.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why they made Viagra, because Viagra is a good substitute, right? So, it's like if you have a low testosterone, you and everything you trying to do ain't working, you could just pop a pill and get that instant.
It happens fast.
I don't know
how much you need. I'm assuming.
Wow.
Like we already got it right now. We young, so we pop that. It's on.
But right. Yeah, that's why it's important to stay in shape. And I'm sure B probably would say the same thing. It's like when you're not in shape versus when you is in shape.
It makes a difference.
It makes a difference. That's why you said like, do we really need that to? And it's like you don't need it to focus, but being in shape versus not being in shape, like you can definitely tell just in your direction.
I guess you guys not being able to get a chick to bust is like a chick not being able to get y'all up.
Yeah.
It's like the same equivalent.
I would say that, but I would also say like not every man is concerned about that. About
not being able to get up?
No, about pleasing his partner.
Oh, like making sure she hit the O.
Yeah, I don't think every man is concerned with that, and I don't think every man is capable.
You don't think so?
Yeah, but we already discussed how I think that was with head, but I think there's a talent to it.
Just sex, period.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a talent.
I think so. I think you can have a bad lay.
Yeah, I don't think everybody got talent.
This is not good.
Yeah.
Dang, that sucks.
But it's
not to be able to lay it down good.
Yeah.
But I want to say I don't think the talent.
Get a return call.
I don't think the talent is in
never had a return
sex
call.
As much as the talent is in being in tune with the other person. Right. So everybody don't have that talent to be able to understand how the other person is feeling and connect with that person and like beyond a physical way.
It's like dancing. Can't everybody dance? Like
exactly.
That's why they say if you can't dance, then
and the best dance partners can intuitively know what their partner is getting ready to do. Right. Exactly.
Know how they move, what they like, what they don't like.
Exactly.
All that stuff.
Exactly. So I think it's the same.
Well, that's
thing.
why I feel like it can, over time, you can teach somebody that. Because like two people, so let's just say like, our kids, how they're all going to wait till they get married to have sex.
Of course.
So when they get with their spouses, right, hopefully they get with a version 2, and then it's going to be 2 versions coming together and figuring it out.
You in tune.
But I'm saying how do they know they're gonna be in tune? They never did it before.
That's what put them on even playing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't argue with that, but I would also say, like in a relationship, when you have someone who knows what you're thinking and feeling before you have to say it to them, that makes a difference.
But that comes over time, though.
It comes over time.
You're not gonna meet somebody and just
it comes over
no.
time. But there's some people that the minute, like from day one, when you meet them, you just have that connection with them where it's like y'all just get each other on a different level. It ain't taught. You ain't got to say to them, "Hey, when I'm like this."
Yeah.
Respond. It's just some people that's just like man, like this person gets me. They understand me. I think it's the same way. Some people are just talented in that. Like it's people that I've worked with that they just have a talent for understanding what everybody in the office place needs, and they provide that. This person might need laughter. This person might need a pick me up, and they're able to do that. And there's some people that come in and they can't read the room,
right?
And they just like. They're just awkward. You got to let them know, like, bro, when I'm looking like this, don't talk to me.
That about my kids. Like, I'm like, y'all don't sense my energy right now. Like, you don't feel like I don't want to be bothered with you right now. Like, you don't feel that. Like, I feel like you should know.
Right.
Like how
What?
with the wishful.
I don't know what you're
I know. Yeah. I would have laughed too. Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna laugh when I tell you. When they came home and she cooked them eggs.
Yeah.
And he did not pick up
Because
on
you
the
said
energy.
I picked up on her energy when she walked in the door. That
Immediately.
Be the worst thing.
Immediately.
Hey,
He had a whole car drive to pick up.
Wait, what was the seasoning that she was like? What was
he said, hey man, you ever? he said, say Doc, let me ask you something, brother. Let me ask you something. Have you ever?
I told y'all was gonna laugh.
Have you ever got a meal, take a bite or something, and it tastes like the sea, like the. When I say the sea, I'm talking about the bottom of the sea. And you eat it, and you tell yourself, this has got to be the worst thing I ever had in my life. You ever had that happen? Because that's happening right now.
Wait a minute.
Hey, that's the first day I really felt like family. I was just like, is this happening?
Wait a minute. Because then she was like, okay, well, I'll make you some more. But she ate. She sat down to eat. He said,
What are you doing?
no, he said, well, if you sitting down eating, who cooking?
Nah, she said, well, I'll just make you something else. Well, okay, well, it look like you're eating to me. And if you eating, who cooking? Hey, I think it's just an accent, man. Who cooking?
That was the
Yeah,
funniest.
that would be.
That's a classic moment.
That'd be a great. And
but that's what. But go back to my point is
Yes.
picking up on signals.
yeah, so we apologize because we over here laughing.
That's some inside stuff.
Yeah, but essentially, right, one of our family members was out working all day. They got home like 11 at night.
Hella late.
They was
Hella
looking.
tired.
They both was looking tired. But the wife came in, started cooking dinner, and the husband just was
going in.
was just going in on how the food tastes. And he did not pick up on the energy that was just like,
Okay, I'll cook you some more.
the energy was just like, nigga, you're lucky I'm giving you this.
He wanted a meal.
And then the energy turned into, there's company in this space. Don't be.
I forgot about that.
What?
And then you was like, hey, wait, hey, remember, he was hella soft. Hey guys. Please, guys.
Hey, come on. Come on, guys.
I'm
Come
like,
on.
hey,
Hey,
chill,
come on.
chill.
And she was like, he always do this for you. He was like, hey, I'm just trying to.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys, come on. Let's
Hey,
stop.
chill. Hey.
You jump over here laughing in the shirt.
Man, I was dying. That was
It's like one of them situations where you shouldn't be laughing because they are serious,
Yeah.
but on the outside looking in, it was so funny.
Well, I also didn't want that wrath to come my way.
And you.
Right. Because it was real that night.
Oh, man. That was like, I wish I just could have just
It
take
was
that.
real.
That was just the funniest thing.
It was real. He was all prepared to sleep on the carpet. He was just
On
like,
the carpet, not even the couch, the carpet.
He was just like,
I'll take whatever come with this, but this
Right.
nasty.
I can't hold my tongue.
Yeah.
This is nasty.
I could have did this myself. Remember he said that though? He said, the only reason I don't cook because I don't like cleaning. You don't never cook.
You ain't cooked for me in months.
I don't know when the last time you cooked.
I feel bad laughing about this right now. I feel super bad.
Oh, God, that was so funny. It's so funny that it's not funny, but it was, in hindsight, like, I'm sure they'll laugh about it now.
But yes, that's a perfect example of somebody just not being in tune.
It's crazy because just yesterday I asked Brennan, I was like, man, you think if I were to leave you, you would be able to like find somebody else that you can rock with? And he said no, because we're just that dope together.
Yeah, first of all, that's a great answer.
Nah,
but it's a truthful answer.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's a great
like,
answer, but it's just truthful.
I was like, I'll probably be, and then you split up with me. I said I'd be bitter, like it wouldn't be cool.
Yeah, then it makes sense because he was saying how. What did you say? Because I was like, that makes sense. Because I was like, why is it that when people break up, if they're like done with each other,
no matter what,
and they break up, why is it like, and they have kids or whatever, why is the co-parenting so difficult? Like, why are they still beefing? Like, I got a homegirl who ex-husband is like cray. But like, why are you so mad still?
You know, because you let it. I told her it's because you left me before you gave me a chance.
Speaking of the devil. I was just talking about you. And then he walked in the room.
It's your cooking.
Oh man, go ahead, B.
Nah, I was telling her, when people break up with somebody, no matter, a dude could be dogging a chick. She's sticking there. She's stuck in there. She's been through the trenches. And then you like, I'm done with you. It's like you broke up with me and I've been through this and you didn't give me a chance to leave you. So now I'm pissed.
Yeah,
because you didn't get to leave him first?
Yeah, because that's what it initially is. Like, I was ready to stick it out and through what you put me through. Yeah. And now you deciding to dump me after I stuck it out.
I said also,
no matter what it is, but that's
the next
feeling.
Person I feel like is gonna have like the best version of.
But the person that's the person
each person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's part of that.
And then
where it's also, like you see that person doing things with their new partner that you was asking them to do with you.
This is what I'm talking about.
And it's like, why can you give that to me? And then I think to a certain extent,
it goes with all that though.
Yeah, like, I think to a certain extent, it's about
you're still bitter, and you like, I see you happy. They can not be happy. They can just be grinding it out. But he's happy. It's like, what is they offering you that I wasn't giving you? And I said the person that left was basically saying, no matter what you have, you're not worth it. I'd rather go off and find something. That's why it's easier for them to let go.
Yeah,
the other person gotta take that trash and just be like, I'm trash.
So if you left me, you'll be cool.
No matter what the reason is, whoever leaves first is always gonna be somewhat
I'm saying
better than the person they left.
Right, but I'm saying if you were to leave me, you think you would have it easier to like move on. And
if I decide to leave you, that means I'm at a point where I feel whatever's out there is better than you, and I'm willing to take that shot. I'm done with you.
Risk.
Like at this point it's trash. Like you're not doing anything to my life that's worth being in this situation. It's a trash situation, so it's toxic. I'm cool off you, and that's what it's all saying. Now people can agree with that. Like, you know what? I'm glad you did that because I agree with you.
I was feeling the same way.
I was feeling the same way, and I'm glad that you had the heart to do this because I couldn't. It's different situations, but if it's not that, the person that dipped out and the person that stuck behind feel like everything that they said to them has some truth to it, and that's why they was willing to leave. If it didn't, then it wouldn't hurt that much. Then you be like, he's just crazy, and you can be like, I'm gonna treat him in a crazy way. Otherwise, there's some truth to what they said, and now I'm bitter because you did this and you called me out on everything, and you probably gonna give people the reason why you did it. You know what I'm saying? Or not, but still, I'm hurt. You not, so it's evident that you left me and you feel some way about me.
That makes sense.
You don't think so?
I think you hit the nail right on the head. Like, for once, I don't have a response to what
Yeah,
you
I
had
was
to
waiting
say.
for you to dissect that.
Well, I just what made me think about that, because I don't know what you had did, and I had an answer for you and knew, and you were like, see, that's what I'm talking about. You always got my back because you always know, and that's what sparked. Like, I wonder if he could do it without me.
So depending on if I left or she
Yeah,
left
nah,
me.
He'd be toe up.
I'd be hurt.
He be hurt. He be looking like me. 6 months. Be like, Brandon, what happened? And don't get another bed. It's over for. We gonna be on watch. Be like, hey, somebody need to be with him at all times.
24 watch.
Yeah. Don't let him see her with it.
I'll probably be a jerk, dog. Like, I'll be trying to do my best.
I don't think so, because
No,
it's not in you.
It's not
You're not
in
a
me.
jerk, so
it's
I
not
don't
in
think.
me. But my pride, if you left me, my pride it will go from where I'm at now times 1,000.
And you gonna still be paying.
Now, and I'm still gonna be. I'm gonna do everything like a gentleman, but I'm also.
He's gonna be paying a lot.
Yeah.
I gotta.
So
prove,
he's not gonna be very cordial.
Look, and it's like I gotta prove.
You know I'm getting alimony.
I gotta prove. Look, this is my thing.
And child support.
I gotta
Child
prove
support.
you made the wrong mistake.
Hey, don't ever let her leave.
Now, look,
Definitely cheaper to keep her.
I got a ball, dog. I turn into Master P. I gotta prove. I got a vendetta. I gotta prove that you made the wrong mistake.
All right, well, it's about that time, y'all.
Oh, so I know I'm not normally part of your guys' book club discussion. However, I'm going to read this next book.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Michelle Obama, Becoming.
They dumped my shook ones, but that's okay.
Oh.
And
No,
I'm
that's
cool
gonna
with-
be
I'm cool with that.
that's gonna be our
it?
book for
Did
next
you
year. First book for next
Charlemagne's
year.
book, Ichoma?
I did not.
Oh,
It's
okay.
cool. It's cool.
Did
it's
you
cool.
buy it?
So we're reading Michelle Obama's new book.
He didn't even buy it.
I'm excited about this book.
I am going to read it, guys. Like, I'm going to read it. Watch Brandon be the one that don't read it this time.
You bugging. I don't
Oh,
like
yeah, I
not-
forgot. He's a reader now.
I don't like not being in a discussion.
You can still be in. I've been
And you
in
see all
every
them books
discussion.
I read this year, blood?
I was impressed.
That was.
I was impressed.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
So just
You looked hella happy too in that picture.
Hey,
like,
when I
Did
nah,
you
'cause
see?
look, you know why? Because I had 3 books in my backpack, a book down here. I'm making my son read that one book.
The sunshine.
Yeah. The sun never shines.
What is it? The
sun,
first one.
The sun does shine. Well, anyway, I'm having 9 read that first book that we read.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
What
so
is it called?
The sun
The
does shine.
sun does shine.
Oh, okay.
So I'm having him read that book, and I'm like, man, I got like 4 or 5 books around me. I'm like, hold on, how many books I read this year? And I just got, I'm like,
But he
tap
just
yourself
looked
in the
hella
back.
happy in
He
the
was.
picture.
That was a
Extra
prideful
happy.
moment, man. That was dope.
He was
for me.
extra happy, and I love that somebody said to him, like, man, I ain't read a book since 1985.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Think I might read one next year. I was like, way to go.
Hey,
Brandon inspired.
I feel like, man, if I read this many books, and I feel like it gave me something that a lot of other people might be missing
Ooh,
out.
we was so pumped on Equalizer 2 when Denzel gave the
Oh, you
dude the
seen that?
book.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Dude,
I did.
hey, I was like,
I did. I said, that's our book.
He was like,
I said,
know
that's
what
our
that
book.
book's about.
I said, I know what type of knowledge he giving that boy.
I was like, yeah. No, I see
He
that. I was
had
excited.
a list of 100 books to read.
He did.
That
That
was
his wife
dope.
left him. But he had that one on the list.
That was dope.
And I feel like he was like me giving you the book because he gave it to a little nigga that I was like, little nigga might have to take classes before he read that
But
book.
still, though, if he gonna get to it,
We was watching that and Brandon was like, that boy good. Denzel talking about his acting.
Oh,
hey, sometimes dog,
Because he got caught up.
I
and he
got
just
caught up. I was
you
like,
really be believing it.
First of all, he did not want to watch that movie. I tried to begin that movie. We Redbox it. You know, we've been on a Redbox site. I've been trying to get him to get that movie for heck long. He was like, man, I ain't trying to see that movie. And he was in it.
I read Box Alpha too. I mean, a red box, but I watched Alpha.
Man, when he sliced, he said,
Hey, he did him like Mortal Kombat.
you said you watched Alpha?
I did.
Did you like it?
I did like Alpha.
It was
look.
good.
Hey, look what I was struggling with, man.
I don't know how he lived, but it was
The
good.
same way, did you see that one movie? Was it Leonardo DiCaprio when he got ate up by the bear?
No, you're right, but
He like made it.
except for Leonardo didn't fall from 1,000-foot tall mountain.
They left him. Would you guys leave your son?
I would.
You wouldn't even like give him
got
like
to
a
at
good
one
24 hours?
I mean, we didn't.
No, but they got a schedule.
Yeah, and they didn't have no tools to be able to.
They was like, there's no way we can get him.
Yeah, it's like we can't get him. You're the chief. He's knocked out. He's dead. As far as we know.
And as the
If
chief
he ain't
said,
dead,
Yeah, and
we
like,
can't
like,
get him.
dude,
like the chief said, there's always somebody trying to take your place.
position, like, and you the man for the job. Like,
So that's what dude was basically saying to him. Like, either we leave,
and
and
you
you
get demoted,
right,
or you
can come with us and remain
keep
chief.
leading your
You know what I'm saying?
tribe.
So I feel like in that moment he understood.
Hey, look, since we on movies real quick, I was having a battle with myself and my son with Deadpool 2. Now, everybody's warning me about Deadpool 1, but I wanted to see it. He wanted to see it. I was like, it might be crazy, but let me just see what's up. And I was cringing in there when I was watching it with him.
I never seen Deadpool.
No, it's the language on there. It's like what the movie is about.
It's for sure rated R.
What the movie is about.
Just because the language.
The language and the graphics.
I'm
What
not.
graphics? Now, you didn't say nothing about no graphics now.
Nah, look, the graphics ain't that bad that I remember. Like fighting and all that stuff.
It
Like-
ain't just fighting. He disemboweling, cutting off heads, bruh.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like that ain't. Look, what I'm saying is
Like a Mortal Kombat game.
But
Yeah.
like a Mortal Kombat game. That's what it's comparable to. So my
Mortal
son,
Kombat with bad language.
I feel like my son.
Explicit language more than it is bad.
Yeah.
Dropping the F-bomb.
It ain't just dropping the F-bomb. It's the way he's using the language.
He using it's
Very sexually explicit.
Sexually explicit.
So look, let me,
See, you know what he done with?
Hold
Like,
on.
he kind of like sugarcoated it a little bit for me.
I said it was
You
times
didn't
I
say
was
nothing
cringing.
about no.
But look, hold on, listen. So look, I'm like 9 about to be 12. I was like, am I doing too much?
He's a
letting
real
my,
mature 11.
yeah, straight A student. You know, I already talked about straight A student, principal honors
Comprehension
awards,
is amazing.
no problem type kid. And I feel like he's smart enough to recognize that this is just an action movie. Got cussing in it, got graphics in it, but he don't talk about it or it don't influence him besides entertainment. I feel like he's old enough to get that concept. But at the same time, I was like, am I just putting too much on him at this age? And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm more concerned about what people may say about me letting my son watch this versus me thinking my son is old enough, mature enough to handle it. So I'll say,
I get that. I would also like for you to know that you and Tiff are the most conservative parents I know.
We are?
Yeah. So, like,
What you mean conservative?
like the fact that he's even like 9 is 12. I'm sitting here to myself like 9 is 12. Like, why wouldn't he be able to see? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I say that because when you
it's
say
such a
like
question to him because like we don't use that language in our house. They never heard us say a cuss word or cuss at them or anything like that. Like that's just not the environment that we surround them with. Not that they don't hear it on the outside, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's in question. Like, should I let him watch this?
No, I get that part. But when B was saying like maybe it's just I'm worried what people would think about my parenting.
yeah,
And
I
I'm
was like, you know what?
right, and I'm saying like people are, or at least this person already think y'all conservative. So
I never thought I was conservative though.
I feel like y'all.
Man, then I was
you
like,
feel like you're
I
conservative?
didn't think I was.
I didn't.
I feel like y'all.
Now I feel like why?
I feel like y'all very conservative.
Well, I
Okay,
said,
give me
man,
like 3 reasons.
You all have a structure for your children that is, I would say, like a lot of people will say, is the ideal structure that you would have for kids. But like y'all just conservative in terms of like what they can do, what they can't do, etc.
That really didn't tell me anything.
Like movies, you know what I mean? Like everybody, or TV. Everybody not censoring what their kids can watch on TV or not. But y'all would be like, y'all go upstairs. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got the parental controls on the TV so that they can't access certain channels and things. I just think, y'all just conservative.
Wouldn't that be normal though? Aren't you supposed to do those things? Aren't you supposed to do those things?
Not everybody do those things.
So is that lack of parenting, or was that?
No, I think some parents just feel like those things aren't necessary, and some parents feel like they do. Like I like it's not a.
No, I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
It's not a good. It's just a conservative versus a liberal. Like some parents are.
I thought I was pretty liberal.
No, I think y'all conservative.
She's shocked.
Didn't you think you're a little bit liberal?
No, I hear everything you're saying. Cause I can't grasp the fact that white people don't do it. So I feel like we're very conservative. Like I can't disagree with him. I'm just
when he puts it that way.
No, like if somebody said that about us, I'd be like, I agree. Because a lot of people don't do what we do.
Yeah, I would say even
the eyeballs.
Even in y'all family, you know what I'm saying? I don't know all of y'all family, but even in y'all family, like I see y'all are more protective
of what kids see,
right? Than other folks.
That
you
is
know what
true.
I mean? So y'all, you know what I mean?
It's like letting a kid be a kid. What
I was stay in a kid's place.
I was talking about that earlier. Like I was with somebody and their kids was like they're like this Christmas I'm not getting my kids nothing. I'm like, for real? They like, yeah, nothing. I'm like, why? Me and Tiff was like, why? What's going on? She was like, it's just I told them we ain't got no money, we ain't gonna do it, and that's the end of it. Don't ask me for nothing. And they cried and it was it. And I'm like, okay. I was like, that's cool, but do you think you should? I was like, they didn't ask for my opinion, but I told them. Now I think about it. I was like, you cool with? No, I asked. I said, you cool with discussing finances with your kids? And she's like, yeah, because it's life, and they need to understand in life you're not gonna always get your way. And I said, me personally, I'd rather just tell the kids no. Like I said, when it's finances, why I can't do something for my kid, I just tell them no. I ain't doing it, and no, you're not gonna have it. And I think they get the same lesson because I don't want my kids trying to think that we broke, trying to figure out if they got enough money to do this, trying to figure out what's that, and they have no concept of money because they never dealt with it before besides what you gave them.
See, I'm the opposite, and we got to wrap up here. But I'm the opposite just in the sense that I'm always thinking about how prepared are my kids going to be when they get out on their own. So, like when you say about 9, right? Letting him see Deadpool 2. He's 12 years old now. He's getting to that age where the question then becomes, are you going to experience these things with me as your
that's
parent?
Why I watch it with him.
You know what I'm saying? Where I can provide context, or are you going to experience these things with people that I don't trust to be able.
So that's one of the things when we do let him watch stuff.
It definitely would. It
got to be with one of us.
Right.
Like if he's watching like a PG-13 movie or a rated R movie or something like that, like he can't just like watch it by himself.
Right.
You gotta act anything PG-13 like that. I'm like, yeah, you ain't 13. Like, what is it about?
Yeah. See,
and if
especially with these PG-13 movies.
If it's sick,
so that
we gotta watch it.
That
together.
is conservative.
That's not. Have you seen these
I'm saying
PG-13 movies?
I have, but I'm saying
they're like cray.
I guarantee at least half our audience is like, I haven't even thought about if a movie is PG-13.
Nah, and that's,
PG or PG-13.
But I'm just saying, like, I got parent ears. Like when I watch like the stuff that me and Tiff watch, like I don't care. It could be sick, and I'm watching it cracking up. But
when one of our kids are in the room, I'll be like,
I was like, this don't feel right.
This ain't it.
Right.
So depending on the movie, I'm like, I ain't never seen that. I don't know what they talking about, and I don't want you looking at something and trying to figure it out by yourself because you think you know.
Right.
So now when we're reading, like when we was reading Malcolm X, like all the questions he had behind that, I'm like, God.
But like when we was their age, we watched like Boys in the Hood.
Exactly.
And I don't remember my mama.
Ask why.
Once again, we grew up in the goes back to Hashi Coast. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to have that discussion. We grew up different, so they got different experience than us.
Because some of the G movies, PG movies, I'll be like, there's no way my kids are watching this.
Yeah, like I put on
Like
Howard,
the
I
old
put on
one.
Howard the Duck, and he watching duck porn.
But the conversation that we having right now, it is really a suburb.
We are conservative, honey.
I'm not. I don't know why you're not surprised.
From the suburbs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you,
the burbs, baby.
Oh my God.
It ain't a bunch of people sitting around like, let's discuss the difference between PG and PG-13. There's some parents are just like,
they're that, and there's some parents that say whatever they want to say in front of their kids,
I just don't believe in that.
Talk how they talk in front of their kids.
Like if once we get into adult, hey kids, leave. Peace.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're
I
conservative.
kick kids out. I don't know why you surprised. Like this is weird.
You never thought about it before.
I think I heard somebody say that, and I was like, I can't disagree with that.
Who said it?
I don't know, but I'm just saying I'm not shocked.
I'm just
like
playing.
It's weird that I'm not shocked that you shocked.
Like, I thought I was a little bit lenient.
I feel like
y'all are lenient in certain ways.
Yeah, we are, but I won't understand why. If somebody said you got to pick, you conservative.
Saying lenient and conservative, they're not the same. You can be conservative and lenient
at the same time.
Yeah, but y'all definitely are not liberal.
We experience it with them. I think we right smack in the middle.
Yeah, y'all definitely not.
It ain't
liberal.
that we taking away from them. We just gonna experience it with you. So we right in the middle.
Yeah. All right, so we got one more episode, and then we out for the new year.
Oh
yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
That's y'all breaks. I'll let y'all explain that.
He be mad when we take breaks.
I mean, ain't nothing to explain. We already let the people know. So
some people's podcasts be having seasons.
Yes.
To where they're like gone for a couple of months.
You get 10 episodes and you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't go yet. We got like another couple of minutes. That's all I want.
Okay.
We got to open up the gift.
Oh, yeah.
We got our first two
Oh,
dudes.
yeah. We got our first gift from the fans.
Where is that?
It's upstairs.
I got to go get it, man, because I want to get this right, because I don't really want to show
appreciation.
Actually,
no, it's not. It's right there in the cabinet.
All right. We'll be right back with the gift opening.
This is dope. We got a little card. Tiff, just open it up, Tiff. Do the honors, please.
It says, we ain't seen nothing yet. It says two dudes and a chick. Y'all didn't just sit there.
Nah, you don't got to read the personal. Just,
y'all didn't just sit there and talk about it. Y'all hopped on the podcast and talked about it. Shout out to Lauren for sending us our first fan mail.
Man, ballin'.
It came with a card and a nice little gift, like some conversation cards.
We appreciate that. We're gonna use them conversation cards too.
We'll post it.
That's dope, man. Just want to let you know I appreciate this, and just when I first started this, I never thought I'd be getting fan mail.
Oh my goodness,
man, this is the beginning of
He has a way of bringing us back.
Right?
Nah, this is the beginning, dog. I try to tell y'all, man. Y'all got to see it.
Nah, we appreciate it. We always encourage folks to send us a box of that, whatever that
is. We take it all.
We take it all. So take it all. So
once again, we appreciate that, Lauren.
All right, so we got one more, and then we're on vacation for the rest of the year.
We'll take a 1 week vacation and come back second week of January.
So January 7th will be our next podcast after. Oh, we're gonna release one on Christmas Eve?
No, we'll release one on Christmas Eve and on New Year's Eve, and then we'll come back after that.
New Year's Eve is not getting one. Just Christmas Eve, and then we'll be on a break. We take that week off.
Back. Okay, that works for me as well.
And then we'll be back on the 7th. I got it. Okay. Cool.
All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.